Did you have a good intermission? Good, us too. I finally got to see people. It was nice. I came out of my little cubby hole and everything. I have to tell you a story. This is the second time that I've worked with David, and the first was not this last Christmas, but the Christmas before. And we were doing a show called David, was it Christmas in the Desert? He's left, he's gone. He was upset about 1913. So anyway, it was Christmas in the Desert at the amphitheater. And I sang Oh Holy Night, and then they wanted me to do Let It Snow. It was with a big band, it was wonderful. Well, in Let It Snow, you know, let it snow, let it snow. So the girls from MTU are dressed in these, you know, cute little red velvet with the fur, you know, and they're tapping. So the fire is so cheap. Okay, well, at one point he goes, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, and it starts snowing. At rehearsal, we had never rehearsed it with the snow.
Oh, God.
The snow that comes down, you know, is basically soap. So these little girls, these charming little girls, dancing their little tokuses off, all of a sudden they start going down like a shooting gallery. They were all, and this one goes down. There were 7 of them, I'm not kidding you, 7 of them went down, and then they would get back and start, and then they'd try to help their other friend, and then come back. 2 things. A, this was one of the highlights of my career. When I knew they weren't hurt, I could not stop laughing. And God damn it, these girls got up and they just kept going on. The spirit of MTU! It was quite something. And we all laughed about it afterwards. It was one of those things that these kids will tell this story for the rest of their lives. If it had been on video, it would have been viral. If it had gone on, I'm telling you. Oh my God. It makes me so happy to think about it. Okay, we need to thank a few people who have allowed us to do this tonight. First of all, there's Michael Holmes. And, you know, this is his place. He's my new best friend. And if you haven't seen his show, The Judy Show, which is an open-ended run, it's so spectacular, do yourself a treat, truly. And then sitting over here, in this cubby, is Kevin Goodall, who's doing our sound tonight. And he's not even out here, but I'm going to thank Joel Baker has been playing over here. Joel, thank you. Okay, before we get back to the show, I want to share with you a little bit about the Lucie Arnaz Awards. First of all, she's my buddy, she's my friend for many years. I talked to her a couple of days ago, and she is so invested in this, and it means so much to her. And I can't think of a better person whose name can be on this award. She cares about young talent. She and David Green partnered to create these awards under the auspices of the Pantages Theater in Hollywood. And they work with high school theater programs in the Inland Empire, which includes the Coachella Valley and Riverside and San Bernardino counties. Over 20 public and private schools in the region are involved. And then there's this wonderful awards ceremony they have. It's like the Tonys of the desert. It's like this wonderful awards ceremony to honor the best in high school musical theater. The leading actors and actresses from each of the musicals also compete against each other for the Lucie Award. And then, are you ready? The winners represent the Inland Empire in the National High School Musical Theater Awards held in New York at the Minskoff Theater on Broadway. I know the first time I ever stepped on a Broadway stage, there is nothing like that. And for these kids to be doing this in that space, with that history, on those boards, that alone is an extraordinary gift. This season, the events will be hosted by Tony winner Ben Platt. You know Ben Platt from Dear Evan Hansen? He's doing this too, I'm telling you, this is a big thing. Okay, the Lucie Arnaz Awards have 2 primary title sponsors, the West Wind Foundation and Care Management Corporation of California. Jeremy Hobbs, are you here? He went with David. Jeremy Hobbs is of the Western Wind Foundation. I thought was going to be here, but let's just think that he is. Thank you. brings me to the ask. Now, I have done many, many benefits. My place in heaven is secure. I've done them for hundreds of benefits, and I've hosted more than a lot. And it's always the hard part. It's like, oh, you have to ask people for money. But in this case, it makes me really happy because it's just so evident how important this is, and we have to keep it going strong. The value of this organization is, it's important on lots of levels, because as you all know, funding for the arts has been cut in most schools. There are arts programs, there are musical programs, there are drama programs, they never cut the football teams. And so we have to make up the difference. We have to give people the opportunity to grow and blossom and find themselves and go make their mark. All great civilizations have great art. It's a fact. And when we ignore our art, it affects our entire culture. So this is a big deal. Do you agree? Okay, we get to do something about that. You will find envelopes on your table, and we're hoping that each of you will give something tonight. Anything. You can put cash in the envelope. You can write a check and put it in the envelope. You can use a credit card. I think there's a form attached. There are many ways that you can do this, and you can indicate whether your donation is to go to the MTA scholarships or the Lucie Awards, or split between both. Your donation is 100% tax deductible, and we will collect the donations at the door on your way out after the show. There is only one exit. You can do something. You can do something. And you can make a difference. So I'm going to be watching. Okay, back to the show. Great talent isn't always out front and center. Constance Gordy has been both musical director and the lead pianist for 16 MTU musicals, from Legally Blonde to A Light in the Piazza to Curtains. She is an accomplished pianist and accompanist, and she does it all, from classical to opera to musical theater to everything. She has something that's really fun. This is so clever that she's going to present to you tonight. You know, you guys, when you see a show, and then there's the bows, the cast bows, and then it ends, and then as you're leaving, there's exit music, right? The orchestra plays again. Well, Constance has prepared a tribute of exit music from MTA musicals that she has held. You guys are going to love this. Ladies and gentlemen, Constance Gordy. Our next